How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some scary videos that can't quite be explained. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more mysterious content, just like this. When Redditor Random Doge 47 decided to visit the abandoned Hartwood Hospital in Scotland, they were probably hoping to capture some creepy footage. As it turns out, they may have caught more than they initially bargained for.
Oh my god, somebody's head's popping at the top one. So it is. Oh my god, I need to go.
Formerly known as the Lanark District Asylum, the complex was opened in 1895. At one time, it could accommodate up to 500 psychiatric patients and included staff houses, a farm, railway line, and even a cemetery. In 1906, a tuberculosis sanatorium was also built on the property. After undergoing a period of decline, the hospital eventually closed its doors in 1998. The buildings were then used briefly by Lancashire Television as a film studio. In 2004 and 2016, fires left the property significantly damaged. In this footage, we see one of the buildings. It's immediately obvious that it's in disrepair. We can see that the lower windows are all boarded up. The poster also notes that the upper floors have even collapsed. As the camera holder pans around the building, keen-eyed viewers might be able to spot something moving in the top left-hand window. Take a look.
Oh my god.
If you zoom in, you can see a figure with a pale face. It seems to notice the group down below and quickly disappears from sight. At first, several viewers thought that the figure might actually be a bird. However, the poster noted that this was unlikely, as the first time we see the shape, it's in the middle of the window. The camera then briefly pans away before we see the shape again. It's still in the center of the window. If it really was a bird, it would have to have hovered in place without moving. While several viewers turned to the paranormal for answers, others thought that even though the building looked sealed from the bottom, it was probably a squatter who had found a way to get inside. But what do you think it could be? Hovering bird, squatter, or a ghost? Let me know in the comments down below. This next creepy video was uploaded to YouTube by Believe, a Paranormal Experience. It showcases one of their investigations when they were called to a supposedly haunted restaurant named The Great Escape, located in Schiller Park, Illinois. The building in which the restaurant is located has a rather interesting history. As the current owner Brian notes, it was once a speakeasy during the days of Prohibition, with gambling downstairs and a brothel upstairs. In recent years, several eerie incidents have been reported on the premises. These include sightings of a clipboard-carrying man in a black suit who walks into a closet and suddenly vanishes. There's also the sounds of 1920s music coming from the basement after hours, and even stories of an antique radio that began playing tunes even though it wasn't working. At the beginning of the video, we see a photo that was supposedly captured by a customer after he thought he saw a shadow figure. In the picture, which was taken just outside the women's bathroom, we can see what appears to be a ghostly young girl wearing an old-style dress. In an attempt to contact the girl, one of the investigators enters the bathroom. Using an EVP device, she asks several questions.
Is there a little girl here?
The answers she receives are certainly open to interpretation. However, what the investigator captures on camera visually will likely send chills down your spine. Take a look.
Are there any women in here with me?
At first, you may not notice anything out of the ordinary, but if you focus on the gap between the door, there appears to be a face staring back at the camera. Next, several more investigators attempt to make contact, this time in the basement.
What used to happen in this basement a long time ago?
Firstly, they ask any present entities to state their name. The EVP device then seems to pick up on the word Mike.
Can you tell me your name?
They then ask several more questions. Listen to the chilling answers that they receive.
Mike, what did you do here, Mike? Bartend? Is that what he said? What was the basement used for during Prohibition?
Money.
How many spirits are we talking to?
Could this old speakeasy still be haunted with the ghosts of yesteryear? Judging by the evidence gathered during this investigation, it certainly seems possible.
Speak nice and loud for me, Mike.
There's very little information available about this next clip. It's supposedly an excerpt of security footage captured in a museum in Piazza Square in Batumi, Georgia. As the camera rolls, a strange cloud-like shape comes into view, seemingly from behind the wall. It then moves towards the bottom of the screen before disappearing from sight. Usually, when amorphous, blurry shapes are caught on camera, they can be explained away as dust particles or insects buzzing around the lens. However, in this case, the shape doesn't appear to be either of these things. It looks large and transparent. It appears to change direction and also seems to cast a shadow on the floor. What do you think this mysterious shape could be? Would love to hear your opinions about this in the comments section down below. YouTuber Hassan Baba is certainly no stranger to creepy experiences. He often explores old abandoned buildings in a hope of catching something supernatural on camera. This video begins as the YouTuber cautiously enters a building. He shines his flashlight inside and calls out to make sure he's alone. The property is clearly derelict. This is evident even as the YouTuber makes his way up the first flight of stairs. Debris lines the floor and holes have been smashed into the structure itself. Eventually, the explorer makes his way to the top of the stairs where he enters a large space. The area is big enough to be a theatre or even a ballroom. He quickly notices that the floor remains incomplete. The structure seems to be in place, but there are no floorboards covering the gaps. This makes it hard for the YouTuber to traverse the area, yet he cautiously makes his way across. Suddenly, he hears a loud sound and turns around just in time to see a plank of wood falling to the floor. The explorer decides to turn around and make his way back to the entrance. However, as he does, he notices something strange in one of the gaps in the floor. Take a look. It appears to be a figure wearing some sort of dark hood. It watches the camera for several seconds before slowly lowering from view. Carefully, the explorer makes his way closer. For the next few minutes, he painstakingly searches the area. However, the figure seems to have completely vanished. What could this mysterious entity have been? If it was a homeless person, then surely the explorer would have found some evidence of them being around. Is it possible then it was actually a ghost, as a lot of commenters speculated? Let me know your thoughts on this down below.
You good, bud? What you barking at?
This next video was uploaded to Reddit by Big Pappy Thunder. Since then, it's garnered quite a lot of attention on several social media sharing platforms. The footage begins as we see a dog barking intently into the darkness.
Stop barking, bud. What's wrong?
The camera holder then asks the pooch what it's barking at, and the two cautiously proceed forward. Suddenly, a dark ghostly shape can be seen flying from the right side of screen. It disappears behind the tree.
What's wrong?
The camera holder doesn't seem to notice it, however the dog still seems on edge. After watching the clip, we did a little research and decided to contact the uploader for more information. Unexpectedly, he revealed that the video is actually a fake. Just a clever prank devised by the poster in order to garner some online attention. It seems to have worked too, with the clip already earning almost 7,000 upvotes on Reddit at the time of writing. So, unfortunately, this clip doesn't show anything paranormal at all, just a rather creepy gag.
What you barking at, bud? Stop barking, bud. What's wrong?
This unassuming picture was posted to Reddit by Amp Metaphene. It's a picture of one of the cells at Alcatraz that they claim was taken by a colleague of theirs. At first, there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. However, if you take a look at the mirror located near the top center of frame, you're likely to get a rather chilling surprise. There appears to be a reflection of a deathly pale face. It has dark sunken features and its mouth looks partially open. The poster claims that the person who took the photo swears that no one else should have been in the area and that they simply don't understand how the face even got there, unless it's just a case of very convincing pareidolia. If it is just a case of pareidolia, then it's certainly one of the creepiest examples we've ever seen. But what do you think? Has the photographer inadvertently captured the ghost of a former inmate of this notorious prison? Or are our eyes really just playing tricks on us? Let me know where you land on this in the comments down below. Before we take a look at a possible Yeti sighting deep in the Russian wilderness, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that little bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Also, remember to punch that like button right in the schnoz. Whether or not Yetis actually exist has been the source of much debate for years. Supposed sightings of this elusive creature are often blurry or very clearly hoaxed. As camera quality improves, sightings of the mysterious Yeti continue, and if it really does exist, then hopefully irrefutable proof will soon be captured. In this video, uploaded to YouTube by Jay Kelly, something mysterious is being caught on camera in the Russian wilderness. But is it a Yeti? Take a look and judge for yourself. The footage was supposedly captured on dashcam in the Russian Republic of Bashkortostan, which is near its border with Kazakhstan. In the video, we see a vehicle traveling along a snowy road. With nothing except headlights to illuminate the way, the vehicle cautiously continues into the darkness. Suddenly, a hairy, ape-like figure darts across the road. The vehicle comes to an immediate stop, as sounds of amazement from the passengers can be heard. The vehicle then continues forward until it reaches the tracks of the creature, allowing the occupants to get a closer look. Some viewers thought that the figure could have simply been a large human male. However, others disagreed, citing the creature's impressive size and seemingly hairy appearance as evidence that it was something else entirely. But was it really a Yeti? While the video is certainly intriguing and does appear to show something strange, it only adds to the mystery of the Yeti rather than solve it. Hopefully one day we can learn the truth behind this elusive creature, once and for all. Now if you want to see some more scary videos, then check out that link on the top there. Otherwise there's a massive paranormal playlist right there that'll keep you entertained for hours and hours. Now remember to check out our merch. We've got an awesome range of hoodies and tees. There's the merch shelf just below the player there, and there's a link in the description box below as well. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.